everybody, I'm Meredith Graves with MTV News, here in the studio with breakout star, poet, genius, sweet friend, Lil Uzi Vert.
Hello.
It's been like a nice minute since we've seen each other, but not too long. And the last time we talked was right after Love is Rage 2 came out. How are you feeling?
I don't know. Every feeling.
I believe you when you say you feel every feeling.
I do.
There's every feeling on that record. So even before Love is Rage 2 came out, a lot of people were looking at you aesthetically and musically and noticing a strong emo influence. Did you have plans to make an emotionally vulnerable record when you started working on it?
No, I came in the game making happy songs. Life just hit me, and that's what happened. I'm smirking because it's funny now, but it's not funny.
Right, but if you can laugh at it or make a record about it, that can sometimes mitigate emotional stuff, I think.
I mean, if I make a record, right, and I put all my feelings on it, and even if it doesn't go like big or if it stays small, it's still like the best one, so.
That's a positive outlook.
Yep.
You had a production credit on Love is Rage 2. You produced 2, didn't you? Were you behind the board making the beat, or what was your experience like producing on your own album?
I'm always around Cannon. I'm always around Don Cannon, and I'm always around my other man, my man Ike Beats, Ikey, and I be watching him. It's not hard. It's not as hard as you think, but finding like samples and finding the right sounds, that's the hard part. I don't have patience. That's why I get behind the mic. So like just playing with the 808s and the drums, that's me.
So the last time we talked about the record, you told me a little bit about what it was like working with Pharrell. You've worked with a lot of other really amazing people too, especially your friend Cardi.
Yes.
Playboy Carti. And a couple nights ago, he released a little clip of what sounded like the two of you doing a tribute to Hugh Hefner. Did Hef have a big influence on you?
For sure. You know what's crazy? I never met him, and it felt like I did. I just feel like I did. I never met him. He probably don't even know I exist, but I know a couple of the Playboy bunnies know I exist. So.
Right.
He know. He's looking down at me in the sky like.
He's on your team?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was on his team. Why wouldn't he be on my team?
Also recently on Snapchat, you and Cardi were talking about possibly releasing a tape together that you teased with a picture of Captain Sensible from The Damned, of all things. You're from Philly, where there's a huge punk scene too. Do you and Cardi just sit around listening to old punk together, or what?
Cardi, you know Cardi, all right, so let me tell you something about Cardi. He's really psyched out. Like he's on a whole nother planet. He's a troll. He thinks, everybody think that he's listening to him, but he's not listening to nobody. He don't hear nobody.
Except maybe you. You two seem to work really well together.
Me and Cardi, we really having we gotta fight. Like physically fight for him to listen. Other than that, he don't hear nothing.
So interesting, because I wanted to ask you about the video for Woke Up Like This.
Yeah.
Why are you in two different sets? He's in prison, you're in sort of a psychedelic Alex Gray Hall of Mirrors.
Well, that's because I didn't want to be in prison. I didn't want to be in prison. I would rather be, psyched out with my Uzis, just chilling. I don't want to be in prison.
Another person that you've talked about collaborating with that people are anticipating is your hero and mine, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that? There are rumors that you two might write a rock record together. What would that sound like if you did it?
Well, if that wasn't a rumor, and if we did it, it would sound amazing. There's nothing else to say. I tried to say another word, just amazing.
It's just a feeling.
Yeah, it's just...
How did you get into Marilyn Manson in the first place?
Oh, you want to know how I really found out about him?
Yeah,
honestly?
the first time you
encountered
his stuff.
You want to know for real?
Yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch. I was a kid, I'm 23. So around that time, I was still young. I couldn't really digest everything. So when I saw that, I just was like, what is this? I know, but he was on more than one. So it's like, hold on, I looked them up, and I see, they used to have their names. It really, Celebrity Deathmatch really was teaching you stuff too, actually. you were looking up people from, they would bring back Benjamin Franklin and stuff. You would yeah, like it was crazy. But I saw him off that and I kept looking him up.
And you and Manson have both come under fire at different points in your career for supposedly not giving a fuck, playing with images of Satan. Of course, there's a lot of weird conspiracies on the internet that take your song like 444-222. They say that slurring your name is a portmanteau of the word Lucifer. And when you go to Toronto and you post on Instagram that you're the 666 god, you're not doing much to dispel that. So where do you think these rumors are coming from?
Well, you know, people pay attention to like what they call bad stuff. It stands out. Like, you know, let's just say you put up a picture and everybody's like, oh, it's nice, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. And there's one person like, oh, this bitch is ugly as fuck. Well, like, you'll see that. You'll see it bold, even if they wrote in the smallest letters. You'll see it just because. And everybody else will see it. So if it's like, I don't know, like, I'm not 40 years old, I'm 23. This is what I was doing, like, when I wasn't, it's not my fault I'm on camera. Like, don't get me wrong, like, what do they want me to do? So they want me to be like, I don't know, Kurt Franklin or something. Like, I'm sorry, this is the industry. It forces me to grow up fast, and it's just lit.
When can we expect new material from you, and what's it gonna sound like, if that's where your head's at right now?
I don't know, the packaging stuff inside of the boxes that you like to pop when you were a kid. That's what it's gonna
Bubble
sound
wrap.
like. Yeah.
It's gonna sound like bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. Ooh, fire.